A small earthquake hits just northeast of Brookings on the Oregon coast. But the question is, do all the small to moderate quakes recently reported point to the big one that scientists have been warning us about?
NBC5's Christine Pidewanich has more on the story. So, Christine, should we be preparing?
Dan, Laura, the short answer is yes. An earthquake expert I spoke with today says we should all be preparing. He says it's not a question of if the big earthquake will hit, but when. Let's be honest, normally you don't wake up worrying about a big earthquake hitting your home.
I'm not too scared of anything happening.
But others say they're a bit nervous.
It's a little nerve-wracking. It seemed like ultimately it could happen.
And recently the West Coast has felt more shaking. A 4.2 magnitude quake off the Oregon-California coast and a 6.3 magnitude quake in British Columbia, both in November. And the most recent, a small 3.3 magnitude quake hitting near Brookings last week. Earthquake expert Eric Dittmer says while all these recent quakes don't necessarily indicate any imminent danger, residents in Northern California all the way up to southern Canada should still be bracing for the big one.
Those kinds of quakes seem to happen every 250 to 350 years.
The last big earthquake in our area happening back in 1700.
We're obviously in the window now.
And Dittmer says since we're in that window, it's never been more important to be prepared.
Think back to the Japan earthquake of early last year. Be prepared for weeks of no electricity, no running water.
Now experts say to be prepared, you should stock up on food, water, and of course, emergency supplies. And don't forget to talk to the people closest to you.
Most of the rescues in a large event are performed by your neighbors or your co-workers.
Experts stressing that while we cannot predict the day or time a big quake may hit, we can at least be prepared. In Medford, Christine Pidewanich, NBC5 News.